Well, let me back up for a second. First of all, this is the YM contract, so this is the mini Dow. It's $5 a tick. It's something we like to track. We have some traders that like to trade it. And if you're a night owl or you trade the European session, we got a lot of traders over in Germany and the Netherlands that trade overnight. You see the equities just had a huge run up starting about 3 o'clock Pacific. And then they went sideways for a little while here, about 4 o'clock Pacific. You start to get another little patch of consolidation, sort of right in here. By the way, if you're learning this system, I know we had a lot of folks just come and sign up here in the past day or two. So if you're new, one of the things you're going to want to watch in that kit and learn from the webinar, and we have webinar recordings too, by the way, you can watch, is you're going to want to keep an eye on these, especially if you have the Pro package, these guidance dots right here. See the guidance dots? See all these see this sort of fuchsia colored dots? So basically from all the way down here, can you see that you were pretty much in an uptrend? So what I'm trying to say is that when you get these retracements like this, where it pulls back into support, like that, see how it pulled into support? This is actually not a short trade. Some people misinterpret this as a short. This is what we refer to as a deep probe. In other words, the market is it's run up very precipitously. It's run up a little bit more, pulling back. It's looking for support. And these guidance dots are telling you to look for long trades. You're looking for long trades. So you're buying support and you're buying these breakouts. Of course, here you see the market broke out and just continued its mad dash to higher levels. Now I want to come over here. You can see it had another consolidation patch and then broke out and ran higher. There was just no stopping this thing overnight. Guidance dots long, guidance dots long. You're looking for breakouts, looking for probes, buying the breakouts. Now I want to skip ahead to the morning session. Now this is 5 o'clock Pacific. So you can see by this point here, YM and all the equities that had just a tremendous run. I mean, look at where it started, all the way down here at 450 or so. 11,500 was the breakout, kind of right in here. So by this point, I mean, you're up 300 ticks. Now I'm going to skip ahead to 6:30. Let's skip ahead and look at what happened here. I'm just going to show this real quick so we can all get a sense of what happened. Now, a lot of traders, they get nervous in the morning when they look at, I look at the Dow futures, for instance, and they were up like 260. And, what's going through the head is how much more can this thing go? I mean, it's already run just a tremendous amount. But what we really drive home in these webinars and in our teaching is to do a what we call pre-market assessment. So in other words, you're in here and you're looking at these markets and you're saying, okay, I got some resistance up here. I've got some support kind of down in here. And I'm just going sideways. Basically from about 5:30 Pacific, the open of the market, 6:30 is right here. Here's the open of the market right here. So you got this kind of shotgunning effect. 6:30 actually started technically right here. You got a little bit down to support, and then up she starts to go. And then, of course, we had some nice runs up. I think we called the breakout. I can't remember the exact number, but I think we called 53. Was it 53? Maybe it was 60. 60, 53, 45. I can't remember. We called this breakout level. And basically right at the open, you got this shotgunning effect right here where you got filled. Right in here. See it? See how it just shotgun and filled you? Yeah, Ronald, we had several questions on this. We get a lot of questions where some traders are focusing in on the coloration of the background, and they're trying to make trading decisions off of the coloration of the background. And I wouldn't focus, particularly in the open of the market, not focus so much on the background coloration. You're really looking at support and resistance levels. You're looking at what the guidance dots are telling you, which of course is up. You're watching for breakouts, you're watching for probes, and of course you can see here the market just took off and ran. It seemed like every 5 minutes we were saying fresh highs on YM. Remember that? All the way up here, remember it? Here's a little retracement pullback here. Bars turn yellow. We call that a yellow bar probe. Here's another little retracement. All these little retracements are opportunities to get in. Another little retracement. So essentially that was your run right there. Now if you're getting nervous when this thing starts to shotgun and break, what you do is you simply look for pockets of consolidation, like right here. This is about 10 minutes into the session. And then you simply pull the trigger when it breaks out. Literally, it's that straightforward. Now, I want to come over here and I want to look at this just real quick. This is the last thing I'm going to show. This is where YM is right now. We had this deep probe. All the markets pulled back. This is about 7 o'clock. We kind of peak out, and then we go into this little pocket of consolidation here. Right about in here like this. And here again, our guidance dots are keeping us long, so we're looking for long breakout trades, right? Looking for probes, buying support. When the market breaks out, we look to take long trades, and sure enough, right here around this 950 area, you see I have another breakout, and she runs up again, right here. And if you recall, I think, what was that, 748 or 750 was the high energy time? I can't remember exactly when the high energy time was. I think it was 748 or 750, something like that. 745 Pacific time, 10:50 Eastern. Anyway, you can see here this actually for now at the time it occurred marked the swing high of the morning right up in here. Pretty much all the equities, if you recall. Now, interestingly enough, we just came off of a deep probe. See the market pulled back, probed, and now she's starting to try to head higher. Did you take another trade, Gary? You long the Russell?
No. Well, right now I'm still long that Russell from earlier.
Oh, you already bought that support?
Yeah. The one thing about a deep probe, by the way, you know, the way Rich teaches it, even see that first red bar when it took out the high, you know, over there, the very first one. That's your entry, and you felt a little heat, but not that much, and you actually got, you know, a decent entry on that. The way that's a very aggressive entry is that deep probe, but I like it. I mean, it seems to work out quite well.
Yeah, so obviously today, I mean, you know, the equities you want to be trading trading alongside. I mean, the market was up, you know, it was up huge overnight. It consolidated. We had the markets broke out. They ran up very nicely. A couple of little pullbacks in here, giving you a chance to get in. Here was a nice consolidation patch after the news. We had some news here this morning. Pending home sales was up to 10.4%, very bullish number. Market liked that, broke out, ran higher, and now you're coming off of a deep probe right in here. So a question came in, if you were trading YM, where would your stop be if you bought it? From Greg. Let's blow this up. Well, depending on where you got filled here, you know, depending on where you bought this retracement, you could have a stop right now. I'd say right just a tick under that 70 area, maybe right in here. See how your stop dots are actually down here, so this is pretty loose. And depending on where you got filled, that might have been a break-even level kind of down in here. We talk about giving it some wiggle room. So what we do is we kind of look for these little shelves of support and resistance. Right now you got one sitting right at 73. So what we like to do is we call a little bit of wiggle room, pull it back by just a couple of ticks. Put your stop kind of right in there. Greg, that would be your trailing stop. Sit right in here. You could have an aggressive stop sitting up here, you know, 73, 74, and a looser stop would be 69, 70, right in there. All right, so that's all I wanted to show for this morning. Anything else, guys? Morning trade recap. Anything else? Is that pretty much it?
No, I just mentioned though, every member, I think it's a really, really good idea to look at those traders kit. If you're an aggressive trader, you know, those type of trades are shown more of a conservative trade and more of a breakout trade. So, you know, there's three types of trades.
Yeah, we've got a lot of, there's a lot of, you know, don't forget, we've got, I don't know what it is now, it's over 200 plus hours of recording on the website, you go to the subscriber link, go to the members link on the website, click on that link, and it's going to take you back into a page that has like almost a year's worth of webinar recordings, both for the indicators, more discretionary manual trading, and the pro webinars. Got almost a year's worth of pro webinars in there. So, in addition to the Trader's Kit, of course, you get access to the Trader's Kit as a member subscriber, which is a great tool. I mean, it's comprehensive. It shows detailed entries on these pullbacks, the breakouts, where to get in. You want to watch those videos, and we're going to be updating that in the next couple of days, so look for fresh content in there. And then you want to go check those webinars. I mean, there's a lot of good information in those webinar recordings if you have time. And we do have some webinars tonight. If you're in a free trial, there's a webinar tonight. Keep an eye out for a link. That's just for free trial people. And then we have another webinar from 5 to 6 Pacific, 5 to 6 Pacific. And if you're a subscriber, of course, you'll get links to that too. Okay? Stand by. Well, I think that's it. Any final questions? Final questions on what we showed here today? Final questions?